Hello everyone, this is my reaction video to Star Citizen Live all about 3.17.2. Yes, I'm a bit late, this was almost 2 weeks ago. I wasn't sure if I should make a video about this. Jared is interviewing Todd Peppy and I have to say I like Todd Peppy a lot. He always says how it is, he never makes any promises he cannot keep, unlike some other devs at Star Citizen. People could ask questions and Todd Peppy was answering them. The video is 1 hour and I removed a lot. I concentrate on things I find interesting.
AI dropships. The new dropship reinforcements that can now, a ship can come in and drop off some AIs and stuff. The question is why use a Cutlass Black and not something like a Cutlass Steel? It seems kind of made for that sort of purpose.
Well, I mean, that was the first ship that we did it in. So again, we'll move it to different ships, and it will really be based off of what the AI is trying to do there, whether it's actual reinforcements or the AI is actually going in and trying to pick up a package or trying to deliver something. So right now we're using it as reinforcements just so that we can bring some tension, to some of the scenarios that we're doing. But in the future, like this tech will actually be used in multiple different ways.
Pause. Sorry, I couldn't resist. AI doesn't use Cutlass Steel because Cutlass Steel is a dev trap. No, they are just using Cutlass Black for now and later it will work on other ships too.
With Salvage right around the corner, was any thought being given to whether these new derelict POIs would be salvageable?
Yeah, yes, there has been. So basically the way that we break it down internally and think about it is that there's really three different types of derelicts. There's inhabited, which basically will not be dynamically generated or anything like that. Then we've got some of our other stuff that will be dynamically generated, which are like the fresh and what we would consider even old. So fresh would be like it's a smoking wreck. There's, you can go in there, you can get items removed. You can go in there and hull scrape. You could possibly even munch it. And then there's the old ones, which would be, you probably have limited item removal just because of the age or wear associated with those items. And then we'll need to see how they visually look, but my gut feeling is probably no hull scraping on it. And then, then you'd be able to munch it up and salvage it, and basically get the warped material or basically aged material. So that's the way we're thinking about it.
Pause. I was a bit disappointed when we got the new crash site, recently Reclaimer crash site, that nothing we can pick up, nothing we can destroy with bullets. And I guess this will change. We will be able to salvage at least some parts, so I guess we will be able to destroy some parts with bullets too. I'm looking very forward to this.
Even with inhabited, like the idea is that it's so worn down that you theoretically can't go in there and basically hull scrape it. But right. We'll need to see how much of it we want to salvage, whether it be item removal or something else.
Yeah, for me, the hull scraping is cool and it's very visual and it looks cool and stuff like this. But I personally, I'm looking forward to the day when we can go and strip components out and be like this is a component I can actually like put in my ship or something. Yes. And find ultra rare, super fancy, military components or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is actually an upgrade for what I have in my ship. Pulled out of the wreck of an old ship.
Pause. Yes, Jared, yes. I never understood the idea to salvage whole ships. I think those materials shouldn't be worth a lot. I never understood hull stripping, but going into a wreck, looking for interesting, expensive components to use them on my own ships or to sell them, this actually makes a lot of sense.
Caveman Crafting in the live chat says, please, for the love of God, shift-click for moving items from the right inventory to the left inventory.
Again, at least for the For the inventory, we know it's a work in progress, but that team is focusing on S42 stuff. So like any of the updates, we want to be able to select multiple things, move it over, basically have stackables, so on and so forth. Like there's a lot of work that we want to improve the inventory with. It's just the priorities right now within the company are focusing mostly towards S42 on, in particular, that person.
Pause. When we got the inventory system, it was pretty much obvious it's not on the standard we are used from other games, and I am very happy that Todd Peppy confirmed it's just your typical first iteration in Star Citizen. CRG will improve it, and CRG will give us options to move items quicker, to select more than one, and we will get a move all option. Yeah! But please don't forget, first iterations tend to stay in a very sorry state in the game for a long time.
Will night vision ever be a future feature?
I want it. I want there to be different types of vision.
Pause. Todd Peppy wants night vision. This is very good news. I am looking very forward to this, but please remove lights on armor or give us at least the option to turn lights on armor off.
Plenty of players are being unintentionally harmed by collisions with each other during on-foot gameplay. Running into a friendly AI may give one crime stat and ruin a play session. There seems to be no reason for collision damage to persist except for fall damage. Have you considered turning off collision damage for players during on-foot gameplay?
We haven't thought about turning it off. I think this goes back to the issue of basically the server, and so when the server gets too low, there's issues with desync and other things. So I would rather that we fix the root of the problem, and then from there it will fix the knock-on effects that we have. But we are investigating it, actually giving the player a crime stat. So. And ideally, we can fix that for 317 too.
Pause. Yes, this happens quite a bit. You are running into another player on NPC, you are hurting or even killing them, and you are getting a crime stat. I killed Flicker once in a Hercules C2 just running into her. I am very sorry, Flicker.
Folks who have been attending the Bar Citizen events have gotten a card redemption for a Banu Cube. This question from RE91 is, what is the Banu Cube for? What does it do? I don't know.
Yeah, right now I think it's just a lore thing that basically they came up with, and then from there we'll need to make sure that there's some sort of gameplay purpose.
What, if anything, can CIG do about combat logging?
Combat logging, I'm assuming that they're talking about logging out.
Yes. Yeah.
So for logging out, basically there are plans for it, very similar to other games that have done it in the past, where if you've been in combat for, let's say, the past or within 5 minutes or anything like that, then you've got another 5 minutes before you can log out safely, or 15 minutes. Like we need to be able to sit down and tune that. But yeah. We're very aware of it. We want it worked on soon, and it's something that CR's called out, something I've called out. Basically, player relations, Tony, so on and so forth. So like it is in the back of our minds. We are thinking about it, and it will be fixed soon.
I made a video about this recently, locking out in your bed and locking out using Alt F4 when you're getting shot at, and I'm very happy that CIG will address this. This was my reaction video. I hope you found it interesting, and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Looks like my head was hit and stopped the buggy. Yeah, I stopped the buggy with my head. Looks like my head was hit and stopped the buggy. Yeah. I stopped the buggy with my head. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.